So I grew up an only child with a single parent mother. I didn't have a constant male role model in my life to continuously pour into me and tell me that I'm worth it, I have what it takes. And naturally I got involved with sports and I really became successful with that, and I wanted to just be first in everything. It really consumed my life, and that wound up spilling over into other aspects of my life like schoolwork. And so I put so much pressure on myself to live up to this performance, and it was impossible for me to do so. As I grew older, I started getting into other things in life, and I found out consistently that all those other things I tried to fill myself with consistently left me empty because I had to keep doing them over and over and over again. So after I sought out so many of those things and continuously was failing, I started resorting to anger. I used that as a defense mechanism in a response to fear. I was really afraid of failing and afraid of what people would say and stuff. I had an identity crisis. And so as I was going through these things, I had some friends that invited me to a church camp. They did a really good job at providing a really helpful and fun, safe community to be a part of. And I really appreciated what they just did for me. And so I decided to go to this church camp. At this camp, the pastor was there, and he started talking about things like grace being a free gift and forgiveness of sins, and just not having to live up to any sort of performance and just being fully, consistently loved. And at the time, these things sounded really good to me, and I decided to put my faith in Jesus Christ at that moment. Since following Jesus, I've committed my whole life to Him, and I choose to live my life fully, authentically, and passionately for Him in all that I do. And by no means am I perfect. I still struggle with some anger. I still struggle with a lot of things that before in my life I didn't even know were problems. But I know consistently by continuing to get in the Bible, reading about how Jesus lived His life, that I am loved, I am full, I am fulfilled. I don't have to live up to any kind of performance. And my life is by far better. So you ask, what's the difference? By far, Jesus Christ has been the biggest and most important difference in my life.